So joining me now is he was a regular before COVID hit. Uh, it is Ben Mars, who was with Solar Shift, but now he's with the band Waterlines. Ben, how are you doing?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. It was a bit, yeah, it was a bit wild, wasn't it? The whole COVID thing. Luckily, I very rarely think about it anymore, so it's all right. But yeah, man, it's good. It's good. Yeah, lot of new stuff coming out at the minute, and then a lot of like exciting festivals and gigs and shows lined up. So yeah, man, it's quality. It's really good.
So, like I mentioned, you was in Solar Shift. You have now
Yeah.
moved on to Waterlines. Just tell us about getting getting into Waterlines.
Well, Solar Shift sort of parted ways, like all on good terms, all still friends and everything, no bad blood there. But I think it was just time for everyone to sort of move on, do something a bit different. So originally, it was actually the band Sertraline, who you may have heard of, who were looking for a vocalist. So I went in and I auditioned for that after chatting with the guys. And then we played a couple of shows as Sertraline. So we did a few in Manchester, and then we did Download that year, and we did Tech Fest and Radar. We had some really good shows actually. It was dead good fun. And then just when we recorded and released the first single, which was Halo, or the Halo Around the Horns, we sort of released it, and we kind of knew, like, at that point, oh, this isn't sertraline anymore. This isn't. It's not the same thing. So we thought it was probably the best thing to do to change it up. We were a very new sounding band with a new sounding vocalist with very different ideas and different things that we wanted to do. So we decided to change it up and change the name to Waterlines, which interestingly is almost an anagram of We Are Sertraline. Um, so yeah, we switched it up, and then we released Koenig, which was the second single, which was even more different from Halo, and it was just something totally sort of totally different, a very very different vibe, very different direction. And then the most recent two, which are Prey and just very very recently Anti-Human, they're probably the direction that we'll kind of stick with. It's that sort of metal chorus sort of vibe, but we like to throw in a bit of like EDM, a bit of dancey stuff, a bit of sort of party stuff. So yeah, I think we'll probably stick with this sort of design for a little bit, until we decide that we're bored and move on and do something totally different again. So yeah, man, it's been fun. It's been fun.
So you mentioned the download, which was 2019.
No, man, Download was 2022, last year.
It was because it was I was there. It was 2019 because you did the body takeover stage.
We did, and it was last year in 2022.
Was it? Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
getting wrong with the dates here.
trust me, mate. I'm not going to forget when I played Download. I also
True.
have it tattooed on my hand. So yeah, you're all
Fair
right,
enough.
mate.
Fair enough. So, what was that like? Well, playing at download.
Oh, mate, it was mental. It was absolutely mental. It was a lot of fun. We got there and it was absolutely sweltering. It was so hot.
Oh God, yeah,
Um, it was a really really hot day, but everyone was bouncing, everyone was having a good time. But then, like, the gig. I always kind of look at it as two separate things. Like, the gig itself was insane. It was such good fun, and like, obviously playing Download is on everyone's bucket list who's in a band. But the actual sort of whole experience after that. I mean, obviously when you play the takeover, you play on the first day, so kind of get the rest of the weekend to sort of do a little bit of whatever you want, and you've got your artist wristband, so you can get almost anywhere. I made damn sure that I did get everywhere.
yeah,
So we were playing around in the the press tent and stuff, and then
yeah.
a little bit later on, I did a little bit of schmoozing with the security guards and got behind main stage into the artist village and stuff. And yeah, mate, it was mental. So like the whole experience was absolutely awesome. The gig was one thing, absolutely amazing. The whole experience after was something else entirely. And it was, yeah, man, it was one of the best weekends of my life. It was insane.
So you just released the new single Anti-Human.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant track, I have to admit.
Cheers, dude.
So what's just the backstory with Anti-Human?
Um, so I guess like with a lot of stuff that I write, I often write from personal experience. So like in the past, I've always stuck to sort of pretty pretty sort of standard. I want to say standard. Obviously, it's not standard for everybody, and everybody has their own experiences. But I stuck to what felt to me to be sort of pretty standard metal tropes of, you know, mental health and things like that. But I think with Anti-Human, I wanted to say something a little bit different. I'm such a social media phobe, man. I absolutely despise social media. I really, really don't like it. It makes me feel very anxious. It makes me feel very watched. It makes me feel very pressured. So I had some stuff that I wanted to say, man. That there was like you know, I see a lot of people, um, see a lot of people get battered on social media, and you know, rightly or wrongly, you know, some people do horrible
Yeah.
things, and you know, people have the right to their opinion, and that's absolutely fine. But I think that I just kind of noticed that I I didn't want to be a part of that anymore. I kind of noticed that it wasn't something that I personally wanted to be involved in. It almost feels like sometimes, you know, we've sort of gone back to the gladiators where people are sort of watching people just watching people's lives fall apart and loving it, man. You know what I mean? Like everyone's sort of baying for blood, and you get this sort of
Mm.
crowd mentality of everyone jumping on board of something they maybe don't know that much about, and sort of just jumping on board and really getting involved in that. It makes me feel really uncomfortable. It makes me feel very yeah. It makes me feel very it just gets under my skin, man. So I had some stuff that I wanted to say about that, and I had some stuff that, you know, I think that people are very quick to judge people who may have just done something, and one of the, you know, the final line in Anti-Human is I've done things I wouldn't tell your mother at the table, and I've done things that make your grandfather bust a vein. I've been vicious, I've been thoughtless, I've been selfish, but the only difference between me and you is I got caught. And
Yeah.
I think that was really important to me. I think a lot of people have got skeletons in their closet, and I think certain people in certain glass houses shouldn't throw stones. So I had some stuff I wanted to say, man, and it came out as anti-human. So there you go.
Yeah. So before we get to Bloodstock, as I know, you're really good friends with Clash Mute frontman Ryan.
Yeah, yeah, man.
How impressed have you been with Clash Mute recently with the
Mate,
new stuff?
they've been absolutely stunning recently. I absolutely, you know, it's a bit funny. So Ryan's my best friend. So we wake up one morning and we decide we're either going to batter each other in interviews, or we're gonna be nice about each other. Well, I got back from holiday at like 5 a.m. this morning. I've had no sleep at all, and I'm really tired. So I haven't got the energy to start a beef with him today. So nah, man, Clash Mute have been absolutely quality. They've been for a bit of a sort of metamorphosis recently because they've had some members leave, and they've had to have some standing members. So our Mike, our guitarist, he stood in for them at SummerSlammer recently. Big up Rick for that, by the way. It was an amazing show. Um, and yeah, man, Clash Mute absolutely astounding to watch live. Like they're for me, they are just they're a live band. I love their music. I love listening to the music, but live is where they really
Yeah.
really shine. And they've been absolutely quality recently. Yeah, man.
So uh,
So I hope to see more from them pretty soon.
so now we get to Bloodstock. It's one of the biggest. it's one of the bigger metal focused festivals in the UK.
Yeah.
And you are, I believe, are headlining the Saturday night.
How I wish we were headlining the Saturday night.
Well,
We're
yeah,
headlining we're
one of the
headlining the Jägermeister
stages.
stage on the
I
Saturday night.
couldn't
Yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah.
what stage it was.
I think Meshuggah might have something to say about it if we just walked on stage and just said, "Oh no, we're playing, guys. You know, get off. Like
So
this is our stage."
it's worth a
Um,
try.
it is worth a try. I think it might be worth a try. So yeah, no, we're headlining the Jägermeister stage on the Saturday. Interestingly, we didn't even know we were headlining until it came out on Facebook. So Simon Hall sent us the email a lot earlier on in the year, months ago, and just said, "Oh, I like your stuff. I like the way you're moving. I love the new direction from Sertraline and stuff." It was really nice, actually. He sent us a really nice email. I kind of imagined that we'd get this sort of, like a bit of a copy and pasted email from
Yeah.
Bloodstock just saying you've been accepted, and that sort of thing. But it wasn't, man. It was dead personal from Simon. So I'm very, very appreciative of that. And anyway, so he said to us, "Look, I can offer you a slot on the Saturday night on the Jaeger stage. It'll be a little bit later on. You'll get a 40-minute set and all this sort of stuff." And we thought, "Oh man, that's amazing! Like we've got, not only are we playing Bloodstock, like we've got a sick set at a sick time. Like this is good. This is cool." So yeah, like he sent us that message, and we kind of so we were just waiting for the announcement on Facebook. Obviously we weren't allowed to say anything until Bloodstock had said something first, so they put that announcement out saying that we were headlining that stage on the Saturday night, and we were just like, all right, okay, cool. Like yeah, it was quality. That was awesome. It was sick to find out that way. But yeah, man, really, really excited for that one. That's going to be really, really good.
And again, so sticking with Bloodstock, the way they sort of help the new bands with the Metal to the Masses. Did you catch
Yeah.
any of the Metal to the Masses this year?
Did I? Did I? Yeah, I caught some of the earlier ones, like much earlier on in the year. Unfortunately, I haven't been available for a lot of them. So the way they do it in Manchester, for people who don't know, is they do it on Sundays. Now for us, Sundays is practice day. We always practice on Sundays. We always have. So whenever we've had gigs coming up or whatever, and whatever's been going on, we've been practicing on the Sunday. So I haven't been able to catch as many of them as I'd like. But I'm really lucky that when I was coming up and sort of cutting my teeth in the band world, I spent a lot of time with the 0161, and a lot of time seeing a lot of these local bands. So luckily for me, I've seen a lot of these bands before, and I know how good they are, and I know what they can achieve. So I wasn't surprised at all with the people who sort of got through the got through the various different stages and so on, and I've seen Square Wild play before as well, so I wasn't surprised at all to see them make it through.
So Ben, I hope you enjoy your time at Bloodstock playing.
Oh, I will, man.
It'll be another bucket list moment.
That's it.
And good luck with Anti-Human.
Thank you very much, man. It's been a pleasure talking to you again. All right, dude.
Yeah. Cheers, Ben.
See you later, bro.
See ya.